Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Now today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. What is going on with Bitcoin here? Let's take a look here at this article. Bitcoin jumps to $30,000, then dumps as a false spot ETF approval report circulated. So we had some fake news going on here. CoinGlass data shows that $72 million worth of short positions were liquidated on the move to $30,000, and 31 million longs were liquidated during the correction. So people were leverage trading this and got pretty much wiped out here, all due to some fake news. Bitcoin surged from 27.9 to 30,000 after a false report of a spot ETF approval was posted on a social app, Twitter, formerly known as X now, leading to nearly 100 million in liquidations in the past hour. So people really got wrecked. So let's dive in to see what exactly is going on. So a false post was deleted after 30 minutes, but sparked enough interactions to impact the price significantly. Bitcoin has fallen from 30,000 to 28,000 following the skepticism from analysis and reporters. BlackRock went on to confirm to CoinDesk that the report is false and that their application is still under review. So a lot of this news came from a lot of different places, but the main one was Cointelegraph. So what happened was they're saying, we apologize for a tweet that led to dissemination of inaccurate information regarding BlackRock Bitcoin ETFs. As an internal investigation is currently underway, we are committed to transparency and will share the findings of the investigation with the public. So definitely something that, we want to pay attention to. How did this happen? But really, this seems like a malicious attempt, to really get people jammed up. Because if you're going long, if you see that tweet and immediately you go long off of that tweet alone, I mean, you could probably have a rally up. But then if you think it's going to keep rallying up as a result and you don't close your trade and it corrects, you probably just lost all your gains or probably end up in the negative if you're on leverage. So definitely feel bad for this. I want to see how this plays out. I wanted to look here, and here's what happened today regarding the tweet about the BlackRock ETF. So we'll actually dive in to see what they want to say. Cointelegraph apologized to his readers and discusses an investigation of what led to the posting. He says, we are incredibly grateful for the support and trust you have placed in our publication. Earlier today, during routine coverage, Cointelegraph's social media team posted a message on X without prior editorial approval, stating that the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission had approved BlackRock's iShares Spot Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund, or ETF. This was false and the result of misinformation. The news lead originated from an unconfirmed screenshot posted by a Twitter user who claimed it was from Bloomberg Terminal. Cointelegraph did not ultimately publish an article with this inaccurate information, but we deeply regret the posting of it on Twitter as an error. So definitely some things going on here, and I wonder if that person got fired. I don't know. But they dive deep, and they're pretty much going through the breakdown of how it all happened, and it's crazy. I think seeing how the price action played out with Bitcoin, seeing how really how there was a sudden spike. I think that's the equivalent to what happened when XRP finally got their case and was found not guilty, or found that XRP is not a security. The same thing happened, a huge spike, but then a correction, right? And I think, honestly, I think that's what we're going to see with Bitcoin here. Looking at the chart a little bit, coming right up to 30,000. Do you think that is coincidence? Like we talk about technical analysis all the time. We do TA here. Now, I just want to know, do you think that's a coincidence? We had this level of support there at the exact $30,000 mark for months now. Okay. Do you think that's a coincidence and went right up to that level, spiked and came back? Or do you think, it's just, it's just coincidence, or, technicals don't really hold tried and true? I think it's playing into the fact that this is a head and shoulders. I think it's playing into the fact that what we've been talking about for months now of this head and shoulders play, I think that this is what we're seeing. It went right up there again to come down. So that's our sentiment. Unless we break and clear and stay above 30,000, essentially breaking and clearing above 32,000, to be honest with you, but breaking clear, staying above there. I think this was going to happen regardless. Okay. I think that, it needed some reason to pump, some reason to dump. I think people's emotions and the technical bias still hold true. So going into another article here, Grayscale GBTC discount falls to 16% as markets bet on Bitcoin ETF approval. Some analysis say GBTC discount is narrowing because investors are pricing in the SEC approvals on several pending spot Bitcoin ETF applications. So a lot of things are weighing on this, and we've been waiting on this for a while. Wolf of Wall Street's very clean charts, I must say. This is probably one of the cleanest charts I've seen. When you look at TA, this is probably one of the cleanest charts I've seen with everyone that's in crypto. So shout out to the Wolf of Wall Streets. It looks like he knows this stuff. This is exactly how it would play it. When you look at TA, your chart should be clean like this. Clean levels of support, clean levels of resistance. And, be honest with you, this is probably the best I've seen. So taking a little look at this and what's going on here. Grayscale is pushing hard to transform GBTC into a Bitcoin exchange traded fund, aka ETF. This regulatory initiative had gotten a slight push from judicial decisions, but is still far from a sure thing. Everything is because of this SEC, approval. Like the SEC, who is meant to protect consumers, right, aren't letting consumers take advantage of an opportunity within cryptocurrency. It's pretty insane to me, but very exciting to see that there is, movement. I appreciate the movement. Okay. I appreciate the progress and what we've been seeing here after looking at, crypto and just the slow grow. I love what I'm seeing here. Another statement here from Grayscale on the SEC's decision to not seek a rehearing. The federal rules have procedures for a 40-day period to seek rehearing has passed now. The court will now issue its final mandate within 7 calendar days. The Grayscale team remains operationally ready to convert GBTC to an ETF upon SEC approval. And we look forward to sharing more information as soon as practicable. Practicable? Never even heard that word. Is that even a word? Well, either way, I mean, very excited to see some movement here. But I really like the fact that, we're seeing this progress, right? We're seeing things happen within this ETF, because once that happens, and this is why I was talking about the other week about you don't just want an ETF. You do not just want any ETF. You want a spot ETF that's actually going to buy the asset on the blockchain, not just some random ETF that's going to be some futures contract where, it's really just, making bets on price action. You want a spot ETF that's actually going to buy and purchase the asset on the blockchain. So very excited to see that here. Next up with another article here, the U.S. government among the largest Bitcoin holders with over 5 billion in Bitcoin. Now this is huge. So 5 billion estimate based off of 3 major seizures linked to Bitfinex and Silk Road, meaning the actual holdings could be larger. The U.S. government has become one of the largest Bitcoin holders with over 200,000 Bitcoin worth more than 5 billion, despite selling a few thousand Bitcoin worth millions earlier this year. According to data analysts, the crypto firm 21Co estimated that U.S. government still holds 194,000 Bitcoin worth about 5.3 billion. The firm noted in its analysis that these are lower bound estimations of U.S. government holdings based on publicly available information. Now, this is big. This is big. Go figure, right? Go figure that the U.S. government holds, or one of the largest holders of Bitcoin, due to seizing assets. Now, I don't necessarily know how they actually have the keys, but either way, I mean, the fact that this is kind of ironic, right? You hold the asset that you are not approving an ETF for, but you're one of the largest holders of the asset in the world. Go figure. So, but I don't think this is by accident, guys. I think that this is a way for, the US to backdoor and have some skin in the game for sure. So taking a look at Bitcoin and its TA real quick. You guys know the head and shoulders pattern that we've been talking about. And I don't think this is a coincidence that we wicked up to 30,000 and wicked back, whether or not it's because of the ETF or not. I think that the same thing that we saw happen with Ripple when they, were found not a security is the same thing that everyone's going to expect massive momentum if this happens, with the ETF approval, which we've been waiting for over 5 years now at this point, that we've been waiting for. I know I've been waiting for it. I've been seeing it talked about since 2018 for sure. But I think that this is going to be pretty much the same situation when, a huge pump up, but then a correction is going to be made and we're going to get back to level, because that capital is not going to be, immediately funneled into the market almost immediately. I think there's going to be some FOMO buyers, but I think once the price of Bitcoin actually corrects, I think we're going to be back pretty much where we are with the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade. That happened when ETH2 happened, the merge. Everyone started going bullish, and then it pumped up a little bit, but nowhere near what people were expecting, and then pulled back to a regular range. The same thing happened with XRP. So I definitely think that is in play. I think that is really something that we need to pay attention to, or we're going to pay attention to as we continue to look into these markets, guys. So guys, hope you got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.